Hello students, hope everyone is fine and doing well. So last class we discussed few topics regarding what is a complex number, how to add, multiply, division and its properties, and regarding the I to the power 1 is I to the power 2 is -1, I to the power 3 is I to the power 4 is 1 and so on. Okay. So in today's class we are going to discuss a few more identities. Like first identity you have is Z1 plus Z2 whole square, where Z1 and Z2 are two complex numbers. If I add and take the square, so like something A plus B whole square, but here Z1 and Z2 both are complex numbers. Then the formula of Z1 plus Z2 is Z1 square plus Z2 square plus 2 times of Z1 and Z2. How they have proved it is Z1 plus Z2 whole square. You can write it as Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 plus Z2. The product x square as x into x. Then apply the distributive property. This Z1 plus Z2 into Z1 plus again Z1 plus Z2 into Z2. Or you can open up the brackets as you multiply two numbers here, total 4 numbers will come. Now Z1 into Z1 is Z1 square. Z2 into Z1, I kept Z2 into Z1 only, and here when I open this bracket I have Z1 into Z2 will be Z1 Z2, then Z2 into Z2 is going to be Z2 whole square or Z2 square. Now I know multiplication is commutative, so Z1 into Z2 or Z2 into Z1 both are same only, so that's why this will become twice of Z1 into Z2. So it is something A plus B whole square as A square plus 2AB plus B square, where if I take A and B both are complex numbers, the formula still holds. Similarly, you have A minus B whole square formula, A square minus 2AB plus B square, same. A plus B whole cube formula, A cube plus 3A square B plus 3AB square plus B cube. So this is one of the formula we studied for A plus B whole cube in class 9. And A minus B whole cube, this is also we studied A cube minus 3A square B plus 3AB square minus B cube. And one more formula is missing here, that is A square minus B square. A square minus B square formula is A minus B into A plus B. So even if it is a complex number, this formula still holds. They are correct only. Okay, so as per the requirement, we use the formulas wherever it is required. So we have few examples here. Express the following in the form of A plus IB. What you have here, minus 5I into 1 by 8I. If I take solution of 1, first minus 5 into 1 by 8 will become minus 5 by 8. You have here minus 5 upon 8. Next I into I. I into I is nothing but I square, but I know I square value is nothing but minus 1. Finally, this answer is going to be 5 upon 8. Okay. Okay. So here we got 5 by 8. Now when I go to the solution of second question, so what do you get? Solution of second question is, this is minus I. So let me insert the equation. You get it as first minus I you have, so that will remain as it is, into 2I, so 2I is also will remain as it is, into, now first let me simplify this bracket. What do you get? 1 by minus 1 by 8I whole cube. First minus cube is minus remains same. I to the power cube will remain I cube. So let me insert the equation here. So here it is going to be I cube and denominator is 8 cube. 8 cube means 8 into 8 into 8. So what do you get if I multiply 8 cube? I think 512. Yeah, 2 power 9. Yeah, 512. So next step it is going to be, which is equals to, first let me multiply the sign. Minus is here, plus is here minus. So minus into plus minus, minus into minus plus. So plus sign will come. And what is IQ? I think this 2 will get cancelled here, that I'll see. And IQ value is minus I. IQ value is going to be minus I. And 2 will get cancelled in 512 how many times? I think 256 times. So final answer is going to be, we can keep as it is. They want a plus b I form, so it will be 0 plus I into not plus this, I think minus will come, minus I into 1 upon 256. Here also if you want in a plus ib form, you can put plus 0 I. Okay, so these are the solutions of given question. First you have to simplify the bracket, BODMAS tool. The powers exponents has to be simplified, then you can multiply as many as you want. Okay. One more thing we are missing, I think, is it okay? First here minus into minus is plus. Oh, one more thing I am missing up. This is I into I. It will be I square into I cube. It will be I to the power of 5. I to the power of 5 is going to be, I to the power of 4 is 1. And I to the power of 5 is I only, not minus sign. This should be a plus sign. Okay, so be careful when you are multiplying with the numbers and all. We have to be careful. Is that clear? First what I have done, I multiplied the signs. Minus into minus is plus. Then I look after the I term. I into I square into I cube is going to be I to the power of 5. And I to the power of 5 is nothing but I only. Now I come to the numbers. 2 will get cancelled in 512, 256 times. So it is 0 plus I into 1 upon 256. Okay. Now next example we have example, express 5 minus 3i whole cube in the form of a plus ib. So when I want to express here, what we do, a plus b whole cube formula, what we studied, a cube minus 3a square b. So let me put this one. Okay, what is our formula? Let me write accordingly. First it will come a cube, a is 5 to the power of 3, a cube minus 3 a square means 5 square, 3a square b. What is b value? 3i. Okay, plus 3ab square. A b square means here you will get b value is 3i, so you will get 3i whole square. 3i whole square. Okay, then you have minus b cube. Minus b cube means minus 3i whole cube. 3i whole. Okay, so I expanded according to the formula. Then what I get, which is equal to 5 cube is 125 minus, now here 5 square is 25, 25 into 9, 3 3 is 9. What is 925 is 225 will come, 225. Only one I is there, so I will remain as this. look here, what do you get? Let me write if you want one step. 3 5s are 15 will come. 15 is multiplied with 9 I square. I square is nothing but minus 1. Okay, 3I whole square, right? So 3 square is 9 and I square value is minus 1 minus 3 cube. 3 cube is 27. And what is I cube? I cube value is minus I. I hope till this step everybody is understood, which is equals to, so what do you get here? 125 minus 225I. Here what do you get? Here bracket minus sign you have and plus. So plus into minus is minus 9 15s. 9 15s is 135. Now minus into minus plus 27I. Okay, we got 27I. Now what you do is keep the numbers together. 125 minus 135 is going to be minus 10. This is a minus 225 plus 27. I think minus 198. 198I. So this is in the form of A plus IB, where A value is minus 10 and B value is minus 198. Okay. So in all of these formulas, you have to expand accordingly. Is that clear? Good. Now we are going to introduce one more definition, that is modulus and conjugate of a complex number. One definition is modulus and another one is conjugate. Okay. So what is modulus? If I take Z is any complex number in the form of A plus IB, then modulus of Z is denoted by mod Z. And what is the definition of mod Z? Mod Z equals to under root A square plus B square. Here I will not be included in B value. Just imaginary number, real number square plus imaginary coefficient square under root A square plus B square. I know A square is a positive number. Even A is negative, A square is positive. Similarly, B square is also a positive number. So under root sum of two positive numbers. That's why modulus is always a positive number, real number. If you want, you can add positive real number. Okay. So for example, if I have Z equals to 3 plus 2I, then modulus of Z can be written as under root 3 square plus 2 square. So under root 3 square plus 2 square is nothing but minus 13. 9 plus 4 is. Even if you have the minus sign here, for example, if I have 3 minus 2I, then also you will get here minus 2 whole square. Because B square means minus 2 whole square. Minus 2 whole square is plus 1, so root 13. So whether it is plus sign or minus sign, your modulus is going to be same. That means, let me include here few more things. If I take Z equals to 3 plus 2I, then also my modulus of Z is going to be root 13 only. Next case, if I take Z equals to minus 3 plus 2I, then also my modulus of Z is going to be root 13 only. And what is the final case we have? One more example you can put here, same, Z equals to minus 3 minus 2I. In this case also, modulus of Z is going to be root 13 only. So there are 4 complex numbers whose modulus will always give you the same. Okay. Not only this, you can put a 2 plus 3I, then also modulus of Z is 13 only. So there are more than one complex number which gives the same modulus value. Next one is conjugate of a Z. That is, if I take Z as A plus IB, a complex number, then conjugate of z is denoted by z bar. Okay, here z you have, and upon the z you have the bar also. So that notation represents me conjugate. If z is a plus ib, then z bar is a minus ib. That means this plus sign will become minus. Only this sign will change. The sign of a won't change. Okay, even if it is minus a here, then here minus a will remain as it is. Similarly, if I have a minus ib here, then the conjugate will become a plus ib. Minus of minus will be plus a plus ib. Okay, so sign of b will be changed. Okay, rest all will remain as it is. Next one, like if I take example, if z has 2 minus 3i, then complex of z will become 2 plus 3i. Let me, if I add few more examples here, like z equals to 2 plus 3i, then a complex of z, let me copy everything, will become 2 minus 3i. Okay. Or if I take another example here, z equals to minus 2 plus 3i, then complex of z will become, this minus of 2 will remain same, and this plus 3i will become minus 3i. Okay, and this minus 2 will remain as it is. So a value is positive, then it will remain positive. If a value is negative, then it will remain negative. Only bi quotient will be changed its sign. Okay, so what happens is, for example, if I take 2 minus 3i, x value, if I represent on the coordinate geometry, x value is plus 2 and y value is minus 3. So that means in the fourth quadrant, the conjugate of that number will move to the first quadrant. It's like a image. Okay, 2 plus 3i. Similarly, if I take 2 plus 3i, that is in the first quadrant, then its image will go in the fourth quadrant. This minus 2 comma 3 is in the second quadrant, x is minus 2 and y is plus 3, so it is in the second quadrant. Then its image will come to the third quadrant, minus 2 minus 3i. Okay, it's the reflection with respect to x-axis, not with respect to y-axis. X-axis will act as a mirror. The conjugate will with respect to x-axis only, not with respect to y-axis. Okay, so that is the meaning of conjugate and modulus of a function. Then next one we have is inverse of a complex number. For example, if I take z equals to a plus ib is a complex number, then inverse means z inverse. We can write z inverse as 1 upon z. So 1 upon z value I replace as a plus ib. So 1 upon a plus ib. Then obviously I go for the rationalization. When I do rationalization, I have to multiply and divide with a minus ib. So numerator 1 into a minus ib will become a minus ib. This is x plus y into x minus y in the denominator. So according to the formula here, x square plus y square. So you get a square plus b square. If I separate the denominator, you will get a upon a square minus b square minus I into b upon a square plus b square. So if z is a complex number, then its inverse is this one, or maybe you can put as this one. Okay, so I'll consider here the same step. Z inverse equals to a minus ib upon a square plus b square. Just now I got it here. Now if you observe, z value is a plus ib, that's what we consider, and you have a minus ib. So a minus ib is nothing but the conjugate of z. So that's why written as z square. And you know modulus of z here. Modulus of z is a under root a square minus b, so a square plus b square. If I do square on both sides, you'll get mod of z whole square equals to a square plus b square. So here you have in the denominator a square plus b square. So I represent as mod of z whole square. So here, let me put here equals to, I use this formula multiple times. If they give any complex number like z equals to a plus ib is given and they'll ask you to find inverse of z, then I use this formula. Inverse of z is nothing but conjugate of z upon modulus of z whole square. Okay. So, or if I do cross multiplication, mod of z whole square equals to z into conjugate of z. So maybe let me take an example. It's inverse. Okay. If I want to find the inverse of z, let me change the font size color. So what do you get inverse of it? Yeah. So according to my formula, let me put this formula here. Yeah, this is my formula. Z inverse equals to z bar upon under root. So let me try to insert. Z is 2 plus 3i. So conjugate of z is 2 minus 3i. So I got it here. Mod of z whole square is a square plus b square. So here a square means a value is 2. So I'll get 2 square plus b value is 3. So I'll get 3 square. Okay. Hope everyone is understood this one, which is equals to, now if I want to simplify this one, this 2 minus 3i will remain as it is. Okay. 2 minus 3i will remain as it is, and here you will get 4 plus 9, which is 13. So then what do you get here? If I separate the, if I represent in the form of a plus ib, then I'll get 2 upon 13 minus I into 3 upon 13. 3 up. So you can cross check your conjugate is right or wrong. Then if I multiply a matrix with inverse, then I always get a identity element. Just for cross check, let's see how do you cross check. It's not required to cross check always. Okay, so how do I check? Z into Z inverse. It will always give me an identity element. Okay, let's see. Z is 2 plus 3i. That's what I have considered as Z value. If you want, let me put the bracket. 2 plus 3i multiply with Z inverse. Z inverse is 2 minus 3i. Okay, so when you multiply this one and see what you'll get, it will give me an identity number or not. Okay, so I think do you want me? Let me solve for one question. If I multiply, what do you get? You want the equation to be inserted. Okay, let me open the bracket. First 2 will multiply with 2 in upon 13. It will give me 4 upon 13. Am I right? Minus 2 multiply with I into 3 upon 13. So 2 3 just I. Fraction will come. It will come 6 upon 13. Agree? Then this plus 3i will multiply with 2 upon 13. So plus I will come. So 2 into 3, 6 upon 13 will come. 6 upon 13 will come. Now here plus 3i will multiply with minus 3i upon 13. So first will come plus into minus is minus will come. 3 into 3 is 9 will come. Let me put bracket here. 3 into 3 is 9. 9 comes. Then 13 will come in the denominator. And I into I will be also there. I into I is I square. I square is nothing but minus 1. So can I put minus 1 here? In the bracket I am putting with this bracket minus 1 represent me. I into I value is minus 1. Now see these two numbers, if you observe them, both the numbers will get cancelled because they are same with opposite sign. Then what you have here? 4 upon 13 minus into minus is plus 9 upon 13. 4 upon 13 plus 9 upon 13 is going to be 1. So finally you are going to left with 1 plus 0 I. So this is nothing but an multiplicative identity. So hence your inverse number is, this method of finding inverse is correct. So this cross checking is not required for all the questions, just for your verification. Okay. Hope this method is clear. Now few more formulas which we have. Modulus of Z1 into Z2. That means you have the two complex numbers Z1 and Z2. First multiply them, find its modulus, will be same as finding the individual modulus and then multiply. So both will give you same answer. Okay. Second identity is you have Z1 and Z2 two modulus where Z2 is a non-zero complex number. Then first divide them, simplify, do the rationalization, convert into a plus ib. Whatever the answer you get, find its modulus, which will be same as find the modulus of Z1 divide with modulus of Z2. Both are same. That means first you rationalize, find the modulus, or find the modulus and divide. The answers are going to be same. Even here also, conjugate functions. Conjugate of Z1 into Z2. That means first you multiply two complex numbers Z1 and Z2. Then find its conjugate, which will be same as find the conjugate first, then multiply the conjugate numbers. Z1 and Z2 is given to you. First find the conjugate of Z1, find the conjugate of Z2, then multiply. So both the LHS and RHS answers will be same. Even addition, division, all the formulas will be true. That means first you add or subtract both the numbers, find its conjugate, which will be same as first find a conjugate, then add or subtract their conjugates. Both the answers will give you same. That means adding two complex number, then finding its conjugate will be same as first find the conjugate of the complex number, then add them. Both answers will remain same. Similarly with the subtraction. Even it is true for the division. Okay. So these are the formulas. That means whether you find the modulus first or whether you find the conjugate, both will remain same answers on the both the sides. So these are the few identities which you have. Now what you can do is you can start the first exercise and finish off. Like you have 5 plus root 2i, express the following in the form of a plus ib. See here 5 plus root 2i upon 1 minus root 2i. Here I is not inside the root. So the same question, they are done the rationalization of the denominator. What happens by doing the rationalization? Denominator I will be removed. Because I into I square will come, I can replace it as minus 1. So that's what they are done. Here is 1 plus root 2i. So they are rationalized with 1 plus root 2i upon 1 plus root 2i. Both the numerators are multiplied. And the denominator is a minus b into a plus b, which is a minus b whole square. So a square minus b square formula. If you are keeping I, then a square minus b square. If you don't want to keep I, then a square plus b square. Okay, so be careful. So once they got the denominator is 1 plus 2, root 2 whole square is 2, and I square is minus, minus into minus is plus, that's why 1 plus 2 is coming. 1 plus 2 is 3, then you can separate the denominator. Oh, here 3 is getting cancelled. So first exercise, all the questions you can try. Okay. If you are not getting, then we'll discuss in the next class. First exercise questions are easy. Open up the brackets first, then add the corresponding numbers here. Multiply this matrix, this complex number with minus, then add them. Here also real part 1 by 5 minus 4. Then if I take I common, 2 by 5 minus 5 by 2. So this is A minus whole cube formula. This is A plus B whole cube formula. This is A minus B whole to the power 4. When you have A minus B whole to the power of 4, if you want, let me write one or two steps at once. You can write that as, let me insert the equation. You have here as, for example, 1 minus I whole to the power of 4 is there. So what you can write this as, here, one more to the 4. Here again the bracket will come. Yes. So here now you can write 1 minus I whole square and again whole. Okay. So what you can do is, first you expand this 1 minus I whole square with A minus B whole square formula. A square is 1, B square is minus 1 will get cancelled. Minus 2, I think here it will come. Let me, if I simplify inside the bracket, I'll get it as minus 2I will come after expanding and all, and outermore. So this much, 1 minus I whole square, if I expand, A square is 1 plus B square is I square will come, I square is minus 1. So 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled, minus 2AB will be there. So that minus 2I will be left out and whole square. So which is equals to minus 2 square is 4 multiply with I square. I square means minus 1. So this is going to be minus 4. So final answer is this one. And any other questions you have the doubt? Here you have two minus signs. You can bring minus outside because minus 1 whole to cube is minus. So cube kept minus outside, then it will be 2 plus 1 by 3 I whole cube. So A plus B whole cube formula you can. So that minus I you can multiply at the last step. Keep that minus outside, then you can do. Then you have to find the multiplicative inverse of these numbers. Maybe 14th question you may get stuck. Just try it out. I don't think so it will be difficult. So still try. Okay. So one more topic is the algorithm understanding. We'll discuss in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day. Careful.